But the Bible says that bitterness is capable of cutting the influence. So this is how grace feels. When the help of God comes, it will surely work. But what if it doesn't come? What if the supply doesn't come? You need that favor from God. And you know that last year he favored you. But this year, you've been praying, that favor is not coming. Check something the Bible calls the root of bitterness. Am I speaking to a church at all? Check something the Bible refers to as the root of bitterness. And it says that it comes to trouble you, and thereby many be defiled. Verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Lest, he said that, be careful, so that your grace doesn't fail. The grace of God upon you doesn't fail. Be careful. Then he says that this is how it can fail. Number one, the root of bitterness. Number two, fornication. Number three, profanity. And he combines these three and compare it to the one act of Esau. How Esau sold his birthright for meat, something that satisfied temporarily. This meat was not going to make him satisfied for 1 year. It was for 1 hour. It was for 2 hours. But he didn't mind selling his birthright. Remember, Esau did not sell his birth. He sold the right attached to his birth. He sold the blessings attached to his birth. He sold the favor attached to his birth. In other words, he sold the grace attached to his birth. So at that trading point, what do I need the firstborn for? Give me the meat and take the firstborn right. That was the trading of his grace as a firstborn person. And the Bible said that anyone who entertains any root of bitterness is like Esau. You are trading the grace on your life for something that perishes. Can I talk to a church at all? Please, value valuable things. It's not worth it. It doesn't matter what your wife did to you. It doesn't matter what your husband did to you. It doesn't matter what a friend did to you. It doesn't matter what someone in this church has done to you. It's not worth trading your grace. Am I here with the church? Listen. When Esau was just talking, what is the right for? He didn't know he was trading the blessings of God over his life. He didn't know he was trading the influence of God over his life. He didn't know he was trading the blessedness of God over his life. It was after that act, the Bible said that he cried. He cried, but it was not given back. Do you think God is unfair? Why would God watch that great exchange? Jacob making himself like Esau to go and take the blessing. Isn't God that blesses? Doesn't God knows everything? If Isaac missed it, would God also miss it? God shouldn't miss it. Isaac only spoke words. It was God that must bless. But God watched it and blessed. Why? Because at that point in chapter 27, he has exchanged. He has traded the birthright. Do you know what is your birthright as a new creation? Grace is your birthright. Grace is your birthright. The help of God, the blessings of God, the favor of heaven is your birthright. And the Bible said, don't trade it on the platform of bitterness. Have you not seen that everything you are bitter about never gets better? It never gets better. Why? Because everything you complain and become bitter about, you are cutting the supply of grace over